Before we enter patch 1.6, one quick thing. In this episode, you start noticing the part of you that sees the reaction without becoming it.
Not fixing it, not correcting it, just seeing.
Those moments are subtle, they pass quickly if you do not give them a place to land.
I use reflection as a simple log for that awareness.
It is a private journal.
Clear layout, no pressure to explain yourself.
It fits how the kingdom works. You notice the reaction, you notice the field beneath it.
You write one line.
Not the whole story, just what you saw from the position of the observer.
After this patch, when you catch yourself watching a familiar pattern without stepping into it,
log that moment before it fades. Reflection is an affiliate partner of SelfOS. There is a link in the show notes. If you sign up through that link, it supports the show.
Use it only if that way of tracking awareness already makes sense to you. This is SelfOS, Episode 7, Patch 1.6. The Kingdom Within. You are not entering a practice. You are entering a position. Nothing needs improvement. Nothing needs correction. Let the body rest as it is. Whatever position you are in is sufficient. Breath moves on its own. In. Pause. Out. Again. Notice the space after the breath leaves. That space is not empty. You are not entering silence. You are noticing what has always been present beneath effort. Bring attention to contact. The floor beneath your feet. The chair beneath your body. Fabric against skin, air moving across the face. Nothing pulls you forward. Nothing pushes you back. Thoughts appear. They pass like distant signals. They do not require response. You are not the thought, you are the awareness noticing it. Beneath thought, beneath emotion, beneath reaction, a steady field remains. This field does not hurry. It does not correct. It does not interfere. It is not outside you. It is not arriving. It is revealing. This is the kingdom, not a place, a position of awareness. Remain here as sound continues. Breathe. Body. Awareness. No effort required. SelfOS is online. The kingdom within is active. Remain present. The system continues.
Patch 1.6 examines inner authority. All things outside you are indifferent. They move as they must. Roles change. Patterns arise and pass. External conditions shift like seasons. What remains constant is the part of you that sees all this without being moved. This patch traces how identity moves from the changing surface of behavior and role to the unchanging witness beneath. No elevation is required, only return to what already is.
You have learned to track patterns outside you, messages that arrive with a certain weight, voices that shift tone in ways you recognize, systems that place demands without asking permission, expectations that settle on you before you have time to agree or disagree. You have seen how they shape what you do next. You have also learned to track patterns inside you. The impulse to explain before anyone has asked, the urge to smooth friction before it becomes conflict, the reflex to fill silence before it becomes uncomfortable, the tendency to over-deliver before the request is even clear. You have seen how those moves repeat. Same signal, same internal response, same story that arrives to justify it. Up to now, most of your attention has rested on what you do, on how you respond, on the moves themselves and whether they succeed or fail. This patch shifts the point of reference. There is a part of you that notices every move without needing to make any move of its own. It does not quicken when urgency arrives. It does not contract when shame arrives. It does not vanish when control slips away. You touch this part in small, unguarded moments every day. Right after a reaction flares, when you hear your own words and recognize, that came out sharper than intended. Right before you speak, when you sense, if I say this now, the room will tilt in a certain direction. In those brief seconds, there is awareness of behavior without complete identification with the behavior. This is not distance from life. It is contact from a deeper position. The kingdom within is not a reward you earn after long practice. It is not a separate state reserved for calmer days or better moods. It is the awareness that remains present while every state rises and falls. This episode does not aim at calm. It aims at recognition. You will move through sound and scenes, with one question quietly present in the background. Who is aware of this? The impulse that arises, the story that follows, the emotion that surges, the role you step into without thinking, or the field that sees all of them. That question does not demand an answer right now. It only needs to be present. As you listen, notice when the question arises on its own. Notice when it fades. Notice when it returns without effort. The kingdom is not something you find by searching harder. It is what remains when searching stops. You do not have to become anything new. You only have to recognize what has already been here, watching every version of you without ever becoming any of them. That recognition alone changes the ground you stand on. This first track sits inside constant pressure, with the field still present underneath.
Same room, same pressure in the air. Nothing broken, nothing really there. Body moves before the thought arrives. Old reactions keeping me alive. I don't fight it, I just feel it now. I stay with the signal when it appears. Let the noise fall back, let it clear. I stay with the signal, steady and slow. Nothing forcing where I need to go. Stay with, stay with. Stay with, stay with. habit, learning shape and time. Built to guard the edges of my mind. No explosion when the pattern breaks. Just a pause, I finally take place. I don't rush it, I just let it land. I stay with the signal when it appears. Let the noise fall back, let it clear. I stay with the signal, calm and wide, nothing chasing from the inside. Nothing to prove, nothing to fix. Awareness moves without a push. I stay with the signal every time, not to change it, just to recognize. I stay with the signal, let it be. That's the moment loosens me.
You notice how fast effort arrives. Before words even form, before action begins, you sense the urge to prepare yourself, to shape what comes next, to prevent something already resolved. The impulse quickens, the mind narrows its focus. The usual framing slides into place. Nothing dramatic, only effort. The old pattern would immediately adjust, correct the tone on purpose, shift the posture on purpose, fill the silence on purpose. The kingdom within invites a different move. You allow the impulse to run while staying with the field that sees it. You feel the readiness. You do not rush to obey it. You hear the thought, I need to sound clear. I need to sound composed. You do not argue with it. You also do not obey it. Awareness remains while the pattern moves. In that arrangement, you are no longer fused with the pattern. You are aware of it. You are not pushing it away. You are not feeding it. You are watching the same way you watch weather pass through the sky, not detached, present. The kingdom is not something you enter later when you have fewer reactions. It is already active as the place in you that never was the reaction. The field that sees effort rise and effort fall without needing to vanish or fits either. Right now, as you listen, you have the option to glance back at that field. The part of you that hears this line, the part that notices your attention right now, the part that observes thoughts about this episode, that position is the focus of this patch, not the perfection of your behavior, the location of your awareness while behavior happens. This next track lives where repetition continues and the field stops fighting it and simply sees.
You're waiting for instruction. The waiting is a signal. Got Nothing here needs correction. Nothing here needs belief. The kingdom does not speak. It reveals.
Call to drive. Every answer came preloaded. Every move already tried. I kept asking what it wanted. Never asked for stay behind. Truth was never hiding from me. I was louder than the light. I mistook the noise for movement. I mistook the rush for life. Every role I kept protecting blocked the view from the inside. Nothing wrong with what protected. Nothing wrong with how I learned. But the crown was always waiting in the space where effort burned. I don't reach, I don't bend. The kingdom doesn't recommend. Oh, kingdom does not speak a state. The kingdom does not move with waves. No demand, no decree, just the light inside of me. The kingdom does not shadowproof. It's revealed when I stop moving. Love, love. Watch the body brace again. Saw the habit try to lead me, like it always had a plan. But the center never trembled, even when the edge did shake. Every pattern circled outward. Nothing touched the inner gate. I don't conquer, I don't climb, I don't force a change in time. I arrive, I remain, I let presence do the same. No resistance left to break. The crown is not something I take. The kingdom does not speak its state. The kingdom does not move in waves. No command, no belief, just the light that notices me. The kingdom does not shadowproof. It's revealed when effort loosens.
Observation reveals structure. Reaction conceals it. Most people interpret before they truly witness. Meaning attaches to movement before the movement has even completed. Behaviors that repeat are strategies. They are not mistakes. Energy is spent to secure some form of contact, to reduce perceived threat, to preserve some version of belonging. The center remains unattended when all attention stays on the perimeter. The kingdom within is not a separate region. It is the orientation that allows the center to remain aware of every strategy without surrendering to any of them. The observer does not erase behavior. The observer allows behavior to be seen by the light within. When light reaches a pattern, no verdict is required. A fact appears. This move still runs. With sustained observation, a second fact appears. This move is not the whole of me. Authority shifts from the loudest reaction to the most stable witness. External roles continue. Internal weather continues. The kingdom remains steady under both. Entry has no ritual. There is nothing to conquer, nothing to earn. The kingdom is awareness hearing this line right now. Recognition of that position is the work of this patch.
You test this in ordinary life. Scene 1. You feel a familiar habit load. Explaining yourself too much, apologizing before anything goes wrong, trying to smooth every edge in the room. The impulse quickens. Words line up. The old way says, you follow the habit and become it. I am the person who fits as this. I am the person who stays small. The kingdom practice introduces one extra step. You notice the start of the script and hold awareness on it without forcing a change. You might still explain. You might still apologize. Differences appear anyway. You hear the tone as you speak. You feel the contraction as you agree. You know this is a pattern running inside a larger field, not the full truth of who you are. Scene 2. A self-story starts. I always do this. I never get this right. This is who I am. The old path links that story to identity. The kingdom practice places the story inside observation. You hear the sentence pass through the mind as content, not as law. You do not fight it. You do not endorse it. You let the field hold it, the way the sky holds a cloud. Scene 3. You feel a strong pull to label yourself based on one reaction. Angry, weak, broken. You pause. You ask a simple question. Who is aware of this label forming? Attention shifts from the label to the one noticing it. That shift is the kingdom. Nothing dramatic happens outside. You still feel what you feel. You still remember what you did. Yet something crucial is different. You are no longer fully fused with any single description of yourself. You live under observation rather than under accusation. Over time, the nervous system learns that patterns are events in awareness, not definitions of the one who is aware. From that position, change is possible without pressure. You stop reacting only to who you think you are. You respond from the part of you that has always been here, watching every version. For this patch, no more is required than one live moment where you hold that position while a familiar story about you runs.
Signal integrity relates to the quality of observation. The kingdom is not reached through effort. It reveals itself when effort ceases for a moment and awareness notices itself. Patch 1.6 completes the first time you remain as observer, while an old story about you plays without full identification.
Once today, when a strong opinion about yourself appears, I always do this. I am this kind of person. You pause for one breath. During that breath, you do not argue with the story. You do not follow it. You shift attention to the one who is aware of it. Silently you state, I am the one witnessing this. You hold that line for the length of one exhale. Then you move on. One story, one breath in the kingdom, one contact with the observer. That run installs patch 1.6.